Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Ren, please?
This is she.
Hey, Ren, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio program.
I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong number.
No, I'm pretty sure I have the right number, Ren. There's not a whole lot of Rens, and I was given your number by a guy named Adam to call you today.
What?
Yeah. Adam is a listener to our show, and he says he recently went out on a date with you, but you're not calling him back, and he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and ask why.
How do you know him?
He listens to our radio show. Adam wanted us to call you to ask if he did something wrong on your date or there's a particular reason that you don't want to see him again.
I don't even really know how to respond to this.
I know
Did
it's
he talk to you about this?
He did. He told us that you went out for coffee and he said that he was a little late and he actually feels bad because he thinks that he may have been a little upset from a traffic incident and he wasn't very attentive to you on your date.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Is that a pretty accurate description?
Yeah, I would say so. I get this is what you guys do, so I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. I'm just kind of like,
no,
oh my God.
It's fine. I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us. We just want to pass along a message to Adam and give him your perspective on the first date.
Yeah, I can talk about that. My experience with Adam was very limited, and I'm not a very confrontational person.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very, very angry, and I think that the first 10 minutes of the time that we very, very first were introduced to each other, it was really just all about this driving experience he had being so frustrated with this other person.
Was he like cussing and stuff when he was explaining it to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it was so over the top that I would have need to have left, because I would have done that if it was really, really that bad. If he was.
That's what I was going to ask you, Ren. I was going to ask you if at any point you were scared for your life.
No, I wouldn't say that. It really wasn't like that, but it was pretty intense. Even when he finally went to go get us some coffee, which he did, finally pull himself up to be like, okay, I'm going to go get us some coffee. But
pulls himself together.
Even in that moment when he goes to order the coffee, I can hear him from all the way at the other end of the shop, and he's ordering, and he just sounds aggressive.
So was he like yelling at the barista and stuff like that? I'm picturing him just tearing up this Starbucks or wherever you're at.
No, it really wasn't like that. It wasn't like he was unkind toward the people around him necessarily. It's just the manner in which he was dealing with things. It was just like pent up. You know, when somebody's really upset about something, and even though they are doing something normal, it's in an abnormal way.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the other thing that was tough. It was manifesting in like sweat.
Oh.
He was so mad that he was sweating?
Well, I don't know if he just sweats, if that's a thing, independent of what was going on, but it seemed like it was fueled, or at least like made a lot worse by his emotional space.
Ren, it's called hyperhidrosis. It's because people who can't control their sweat glands. Okay, they sweat a ton. Maybe he has that.
How do you know this?
So you don't want to see him again because he's an angry, sweaty mess.
It's not just that he was sweating a lot and being angry. He was sweating profusely, like the palms of his hands. There was sweat dripping down him and then collecting like under, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this, like, man boobs, you know?
Oh gosh.
He sweated out his whole shirt?
Like dark, just covered in sweat.
Oh man.
Pit stains, boob stains?
Yeah, that's bad. If he's pitting out a little bit, that's kind of like, whoa, man, you sweat a lot. But if he actually, his whole shirt was sweated out?
I don't think that's being...
That's what I was concerned about, because I know that when I'm upset, like, I'll sweat a little bit, and that's normal, but it was, whoa, it was so much.
I'd be curious to find out if it's an issue or if it's just his anger that makes him sweat like that. Aren't you curious to at least know?
Honestly, maybe he's a really great person that just had a really bad day, but I just don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
I really don't.
That's cool. Thank you for giving us an answer. I appreciate it. But I really need to find out about this sweat, and that's why I'm glad you're still on the phone, because Adam is also on the phone and heard everything you just said.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Hi, Ren.
Oh, my God. First of all, I'm really, really sorry. Look, this is really, I'm sorry, and then I'm also, like, annoyed to be put in this situation. But I am sorry if you heard things that I said that are unflattering.
Oh, my God. You don't need to feel bad, Ren. Pretty much everything you said is true.
Oh, no.
I mean, I can kind of explain the sweating thing, the anger stuff. The sweating thing, let's start with that.
Point one.
So, I mean, I threw a hoodie and a coat on, and it ended up not being as cold out as I anticipated. By the time I was all pissed off at this guy in front of me, I started sweating in the car because I was blasting the heat, and I was so pissed off I wasn't thinking about it. The coffee shop had the heat on. I couldn't stop sweating, and I knew I was, and I know that my man boobs were sweating.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was a crappy thing for me to say about man boobs. That was rude. I'm sorry. That was just the first. It was
I
just
don't
the easiest.
care. That's what I think I want you to hear. It's like, I'm not that angry guy. I know I was sweaty. I know I was hot as and I thought if I didn't pay attention to it, you wouldn't mention it. Like, I was so lost in that date, and, like, I didn't know what to do, and I went home and showered right away. I was looking in the mirror, and, like, I literally, like, was mortified by myself because I was really excited about this date, and, like, I never tell friends about going out with anybody, but for some reason, I was kind of stoked on you, and I just crashed and burned, and I kind of do that a lot in life, and I just want you to know that I really am sorry, and as far as you and I are concerned, like, I'd love one more shot, just one more chance to maybe sweat it out with you and
Sweat it out. Hey, Ren,
Sweet.
would you like to go out with Adam again? I will pay for a second date. We can send you guys to a spin class or something where sweat is supposed to be there. And would you maybe give him another shot to see if he's not so flustered this time? He can do a better job.
Adam, I'm like, this is awkward, and I just want to say I appreciate you eventually being honest. I think that what I would have preferred is if you could have communicated this to me not on a radio station, because you did contact me and you didn't really ever just come out and say.
I totally get it, Ren. I mean, as crazy as I was there, it's probably crazier that I ended up on the radio with you right now. But I tried calling and texting you, and, you never got back to me. And so, like, I felt like this was my last option of how I could get a hold of you.
Ren, will you do it? Will you go out with him one more time?
Come on,
I
Ren.
promise.
We've never had anyone be so sincere.
Will you drive, please, just so we're
And he's funny.
All right, okay, all right, yeah.
One more day. Nice. All right. Ren, thank you for your time. Adam, congratulations. You got your second date, man.
Thank you, guys. Ren, this is going to be great. I promise you. I'll see you soon.
Adam, 2 words before your next date, all right? Gold bond. Okay?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.